Let's go see our old friends the trees. Let's go up to the forest, sing a song for our children, please. And sing a song for our children, please.
Well, here at the 51st and Main Gardens, and they got some really pretty beds. It's July 7th. Everything's looking pretty good. I really appreciate the effort that they're putting forth here to put a garden in a location like this. However, I do have to comment about the cedar that is being used to make the beds. This is unsustainable in my estimation, and when you figure that maybe it takes 100 years to get a tree big enough to make boards like this, and then you cut them and you put them in the bed here, and they last 10 years. Well, that's 100 years to make it and 10 years to use it up. So it's really a non-sustainable, non-winning sort of situation. And this probably goes along with the kind of the aesthetic that we have of neatness. There are lots of ways to do neatness without having this broad expanse of bed and absolutely no weeds in the well, I wouldn't say absolutely, but no weeds in the chips. We've got to rethink this, because we can't keep stuff like this happening. So we might as well do it now. I mean, you could dig ditches. I'll try to show an example of some other raised beds. And here is an example of another kind of raised bed. An 18-inch ditch was basically dug down between the two beds, and the earth was then put on the bed next to it. And then over here, these are tomato plants here. Over here, we have another aisle. And then when those aisles get filled up with all the straw that we use for mulch, we're going to pile it back on the beds. So that's an example. Now, I'm not sure it has the same neatness quality as the one over there on Main, but it certainly is much more sustainable, and it doesn't clear cut the cedar trees out on the northwest, out in the northwest and in Canada, which I have seen personally. Thanks. Here with Stan Slaughter. It's April the 27th, and I wanted to show different examples of no-till gardens, and he and Linda have this these sets of beds that they've worked, and I guess we can see that a little bit. I'm having trouble with the viewfinder, but so these are raised beds, what you dug out between and put the soil on, and you said that you put about 400 pounds of earthworm droppings, right, or worm castings.
This fall, last fall, 09. And we did this, set these beds up in the spring, in March of 09, and had fabulous results, and started with newspaper down here. So this has got 3 or 4 inches of organic matter here, and by fall we'll probably add this up on top and remulch it and dig it down again.
Yeah, that's what's happening down at Niles too. I'm getting the straw is making its way down into the trough.
That's it's a good outcome. This is going to
I think it's great.
Slowly build it here and then continue to add more to the bed. But
we've just seen a couple examples of rectangular bed formations. Easier for some drip systems to use to irrigate. Here, Steve Mooring has sent me some drawings which I've copied. And this is a maze pattern of a keyhole garden. And up here is a mandala pattern. On these beds, you want to make sure that the bed is no more than 4 feet across, so that you can reach it from either side without too much effort. This bed, he said, is about 30 by 40 feet, and this is about 30 feet across. So you'll have to mess with your own design so that you make sure you can reach things, because you'll never want to step in these beds. It would really defeat your purposes. So you dig out in the middle. I'll show you an example of Steve Mooring's growing bed. He's near Oskaloosa, Kansas. So now like this. Okay, goes around here.
And then goes around like it snakes through like this.
Okay.
Through the whole garden.
Okay, I can kind of walk in here, can't I?
Yeah.
Whoop. Hello. I'll try. No guarantee, though. So I'm in the keyhole here, and I'm going back into a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And so this is raised bed all the way around, and it's raised like it seems like it's about almost 18 inches higher than where I am down inside.
Right.
And so this will stay this bed the whole time. And so, good. That's great.
And then there's a keyhole goes in here.
Okay, then that's over here. You got a little mullein guy here, and what is this?
Cucumber and tomatoes.
And what?
That's
kale?
Asian lettuce, but it's a kale.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
it
a kale.
Growing and
yeah, that's great. Tomatoes. Something smells good in here.
Well, who knows what it is.
Would the clover smell good?
Yeah, something. Oh, it's arugula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to rip most of that out.
Okay.